open, that's mine. We will call this meeting to order and do the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's yours, isn't it? Mine's over here. Okay, folks, at this point, I missed the agenda. We didn't have
Is
it.
it should be in your thing there. Is it in the papers there? Here, you can have this one.
Nope.
Here, you can have this one. I'll grab another one. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I'll open the floor to public comments. And as I stated at the last meeting, please identify yourself before you speak so that when Carrie reads the tape, she'll know who it is until she gets to know people. Thank you.
Judy Orzetti. Tom Orzetti is the Emergency Management Agency, and this is a letter requesting information of the chairman, roadmaster, information. We'll need a copy for the fire department here in us.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So, that's just information for the emergency operating plan for the new supervisors.
We'll get to you. Marcia, you got anything?
Okay, Marcia, you got anything? No. Billy, you got anything?
No, I don't.
Jim?
Row in front of you first. Jackie?
No.
Kevin Moran. I just wonder if you guys sent the information down to the courthouse for the taxes, for the sewage.
For the what?
To straighten out with the sewage on the taxes.
We didn't send nothing to the courthouse. Absolutely nothing. As far as I'm concerned, there was no conversation or anything with the courthouse over that taxes.
So it's still.
It's still as it was.
Okay, good.
In fact, we made the motion last week to rescind it and keep it the way it was until, if you remember correctly, we asked you to check into that.
I didn't talk to him.
Okay. Jim?
Yeah, Jim McLean. I followed the township truck down the Sacker Road this morning, and he was carrying a load of stone. I'm sure he was going somewhere where, down around Sackett or beyond there, or 3 Mile Hill or somewhere. But anyway, there's several places down the Sackett Road there yet where it's paved before you get to Maple Run, where it would have been very nice if he had dropped the plow and scraped the snow and the ice off the road, and actually swung that wing plow out and pushed the snow back off of the berm a little bit, so that there was almost a 2-lane highway where you could pass reasonably safely.
We addressed that stone on Sackett Road, and he might be trying to figure out what to do with it. John Confer made a comment about the big stone on Sackett Road.
Yeah.
Well, we decided that he was putting the wrong stone. There'll be anti-skid on that section of paved road from now on.
Well, my comment wasn't necessarily about the stone.
Yeah.
I just referenced that he had a load of stone on the truck and he was going that direction.
Okay.
It was more about, dropping the plow and using it.
I plan on being in here tomorrow to do some business. I'll see if I can get a hold of him and get some answers.
Be a little bit.
Okay.
It seems to me like he could.
You think it needs widened out a little bit,
The roads
Jim?
aren't bad, but it would be a little bit better if you pushed it. The opportunity there is to push it back a little bit.
Okay.
Thank
I'll bring
you.
it up.
Thank you.
You're the last one.
So,
Excuse me, Tom, I forgot you.
No, the only thing I got is, we just paid somebody to plow the pump house out. Can we work together? I never asked to have it plowed out when I know these guys are real busy. Can we ask them to plow the pump house out in the sewer plant?
This was addressed a couple years ago, and I thought they were supposed to do that regardless. That was part of their duties.
Well, nobody's,
I'll bring that up with Tommy tomorrow, why he's not doing it, because that's been 2 years ago we decided to do that.
They still have a key, don't they, Brian, to get into the gate,
I
correct?
don't know if they do or not, but.
Okay.
The pump house is the one down over the hill?
Yeah, and I only asked when it gets bad, I didn't know what the weather was gonna do, and everything turned to quicksand the last couple days, so we had it plowed out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to get cold again.
Well, you have my authority to contact Tommy and ask him to do that for you, and I'll contact him and make sure he knows it and coordinate that with you guys. Because I was under the impression they were doing it.
That's for the sewer, down the sewer plant.
Down the sewer plant
We've
also,
been paying Robbie Fitzpatrick.
yeah. And they were supposed to be plowing that out.
Well, if Tom has any questions or whatever, he can call either me or Jim. He has our
Yeah,
numbers.
if you say something to them.
Yeah, I'll say something to him,
I see them.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll do it, so.
no problem.
I have a couple of questions. First one is, does anybody know what the status of the forensic audit is?
Yes and no. I talked to the auditor, and he said as of sometime in October, the forensic audit was closed.
Can we get the results of that?
If and when we get the results, you'll get a report on it.
Okay. I'm requesting a copy of it.
If and when we get a report on it.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. That's a good question. I had a conversation with the solicitor today, but it was about something else.
I mean, if you're,
We paid for that, correct?
Jack,
Yeah.
fine, if we're paying for it, you should have,
Right, correct. I agree with you. I don't disagree with you.
Have
Maybe
they
it's
been
not
paid?
compiled yet?
Have they been paid yet?
I don't know. I have to talk to the auditor, or to the solicitor about it. I was on I'll bring this up down the agenda a little farther, about why I was talking to him, what we gotta do, okay?
Benefit of the doubt, I'm guessing, because of the holidays and because it takes a while to compile it. I'm guessing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Another question. Is Martin Nucci still working for the township?
Yes. Or not Martinucci, he's
No?
Yeah, yes.
the insurance lawyer.
I think he's still on it until after the appeal period for the lawsuit. And after the appeal period, he's done because he's done his job. The case is settled.
After the case is settled, he's done?
He's done, correct. The way I get it.
he's the attorney for the insurance, right?
He's the attorney for the insurance company. Right. And he's like a junkyard dog. Okay, anything else? Okay. You wanna,
Yeah. Make a motion to approve December's meeting minutes and accept the treasurer's reports.
I'll second it.
You want to
All
take?
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now I'll go over why I talked to the solicitor. I'll jump a little bit. As of May 15th, we must elect a new supervisor. According to the Home Rule Charter, all the avenues have been exhausted, and what is left is the fact that we need to have an election in the May 15th. So I talked to the election bureau, Kim Fry, and she needs a letter from the auditor stating that we need to have a special election in the primary, at the primary date, May 15th, to elect a supervisor. This will be in addition to the regular. This will be a separate item on the ballot. It'll only occur here in Highland. And that will be, you will directly elect a supervisor. The person with the most votes gets it, whether it's Republican, Democrat, or what have you. That's the way it is set up. And the solicitor had to send a letter to the election board that we request a special election. That's where it's at. And the other half of it is, we gotta pay for it.
What do the people have to do that wanna run?
It's the same thing as you do any election. You got February 15th, you can file your petition. But you must have, 10 or 15 signatures on it of your party of choice. It's open February 15th and it closes March 6th. What I've got on it. Now, I'll have most of this. If I get it, she can post it here. And we'll have, at next meeting, we'll have all the information we can on it. Everything should be cut and dried by then. Yes, ma'am.
Jackie Bowen, you said the auditor has to send a letter?
Not the auditor, the solicitor.
Solicitor.
Solicitor's gotta send a letter.
You did say auditor.
Okay, yeah. Correct that. Okay. Everybody understand what I'm saying? All right. Correspondence. We got to readdress the Act 32 delegate and alternate for McKean County Tax Collection Committee. Appoint Jessica Gabriel and Elaine Baudestal as alternate.
Just make a motion. We do.
You make a motion.
I make a motion that we accept Jessica Gabriel and Elaine Bostep as the appointed tax collectors.
Alternate.
Oh, I'm sorry, alternate. Elaine Bostep is the alternate tax collector.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Okay, we've got to readdress the depositories, include Farmers National Bank, Pledget, and S&P. I guess we did forget that, huh?
Yeah. And I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I found
you
out
know,
this week, so I added it on there just so that.
Before you run, you got to learn to walk. I need a motion to do that too.
I make a motion that we accept Farmers National Bank, Pledget, and S&P as our depositories.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Letter from Dominion. What does Dominion have to say?
It could possibly be for Tom, if Tom would like to fill out. It's up to him.
Okay. Dominion's. You aware of this?
Brian retired.
Dominion Transmission.
What's going on?
It'd be Tom Orzetti, wouldn't it?
Emergency responder. We'll have a copy of this for you, Tom, okay?
All right.
I don't want to read it, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either. Christy said maybe Tom would want to fill it out. This is kind of a survey.
See what's going on.
Minutes from the Elk County Commissioners. I'm not going to read them, they're here. The Penn Hills Resources LLC applying for a drilling permit. Where the heck are they applying that? They're not for here, is it?
Wetmore, McKean County.
In Wetmore Township, McKean County. They have to give us notice because we're an adjoining county, adjoining township. Letter from Flynn Environmental. What does Flynn Environmental have to say?
I don't think that was supposed to be on there. That wasn't supposed to be on there.
Oh,
That
okay.
was from one of the previous agendas and I made a mistake.
Cancel
I'm
it.
sorry.
Permit application for Seneca Resources. What permit are they at?
It's right there in front of you, Jim.
Okay.
The other one right beside it.
This one?
Yep. The one that says Seneca Resources there.
Bank. Oh, bottom one, Jim.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well permits, Jones Township. So as again, we are a neighboring township. They got to notify us. So it's a well permit for Jones Township. It don't affect us. Thank God. So much for the correspondence.
It's not an injection well, is it?
I didn't even read it.
It out on the outside of it, just I'd imagine, because they're still drilling in Wetmore.
Yeah, they're drilling up a storm out there. Okay, committee reports. Marcia, you got anything good to say?
Huh?
Not really. I mean, I'm trying to think about, car show. I haven't really, and we did okay on the Christmas thing. So, nothing really new.
The Christmas thing was nice, thank you.
Billy?
Here's the reports for the past 3 months. We weren't able to make the last township meetings because it was during the day,
Yes,
and we all work.
I hear you.
You wanna look at them?
There's
No.
all the 3 of them.
Okay,
I did come out and get the insurance, and all of our insurance is everything is paid.
okay, good.
We were quite busy in December, as everybody probably knows about 948. Everything, we had quite a few calls in December. Standing out there for 9 hours in the freezing cold. The TV station was there, everything,
Hey,
with the way
Billy,
The
when
rent
you,
was.
when you guys get in that situation, call my house. I'll have my wife make you some coffee and we'll bring it up to you. I'm serious.
That's what we did. We called people and had.
Call my
people bring
house.
us
You got my,
coffee and-
you got my phone. Call my
stuff
house. My
out.
wife will make a couple pots of coffee and we'll bring it up to you guys. I know what that's like.
Yeah, it was the truck hauling those little they're plastic tubes that they make pop bottles and Gatorade bottles out of.
It took them 2 days to clean it up.
Yeah, there were millions.
Big Dog was in there with an excavator and a truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What did you
It was-
overturn?
The whole down through the big bank like this, the whole load that was in the truck, right through the front of it.
I didn't even see it on television.
Yeah, it ended up being 2 tractor trailers and 1 car that was involved in that accident. There's normally, when we first got called out to it, they just said it was a tractor trailer over the embankment. When we got there, it ended up being a tractor trailer over the embankment, plus another tractor trailer and into a car.
That's probably the worst goddamn hill, the worst section in the township for that, just that short, steep hill in there.
And also we had Ridgeway out there with that to close the end of 948 down from their side. We had our end from 66 shut. We had to have it shut down. There was no getting out of it. But 9 hours out there.
Good. I knew you guys were there, but like I said, matter I don't know you're doing it. If you give me a call, I'll bring down some coffee or some stuff for you.
Yeah.
I'd be
And-
willing to too, Bill, just call me.
Okay. We had a couple calls in James City to our residents in James City for minor little stuff. Thought her CO alarm was going off and her smoke detectors were going off, and it wasn't her. Ended up being it wasn't any of those. It was her oxygen tank going off. Yeah.
Hey,
We had another car wreck right below Third Field. We had a wreck down there also in December. Other than that, that's it. So far this year, knock on wood,
Pretty good year.
good so far, better than it was last year starting out. We're probably gonna have within another month, we'll have the full report of our accidents and all that stuff up here within the next month or so. We'll have the whole man hour, everything.
anything else exciting? We didn't get a report from Tommy to,
Yeah,
yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
it's
There it is.
Thank you, Billy.
Here's Tom's report, his daily report. I'm not gonna go over it, what all he's done. I had a talk with Tom the other day about some stuff, and I'll talk with what you addressed today, Jim. I'll try and get in here tomorrow and see what's going on. Yes, Billy, you got something else?
Yeah, we had one other major call too. It involved us, Alkaline Search and Rescue. It involved PA Hart. It involved dog team. Everything. The first day of hunting season, we had a lost hunter out at Sackett, Owl's Nest. and that guy was buried in the swamps out there. Literally buried.
How long was he out there?
His partner dropped him off at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they really haven't heard from him until we found him like at midnight.
Was he alive?
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
We life flighted him from Owl's Nest there. We life flighted him right to the hospital because he was hypothermic. We finally, it was so bad out there where the ambulance personnel, nobody would go out to him to get to him, except Elkland Search and Rescue finally was able to crawl out to him. He had a gash across his head. He was very hypothermic. They were able to build a fire out there. We tried to get hold of a PA Heart. I don't know if everybody knows what that is. That's a Pennsylvania helicopter aquatic thing out of Erie, where they come in and they do the drop.
Yeah, do
the line.
do the rescue.
Yeah. Elkland tried to get a hold of them. They had a little problem with Elk County paying for it because it was $7,000 automatically for them to come up there. If not, they were going to spend the night in the woods with a fire. And they got to
Yes.
them. But we said they finally Elk County come back to us and said that they would pay for it and stuff, but they wouldn't be able to be there until 6 o'clock in the morning. We found them at midnight. So we ended up calling in Kane, Wilcox, and Ridgeway to come in. We formed a mile-long line and got them out of the woods.
Wow.
Carrying him on a Stokes basket, handed him off where he was in the swamp out there at Owl's Nest.
I bet he was in pretty bad shape by the time he got him back to the truck.
Yeah, we ended up life flighting him to, I think it was Altoona.
Okay, thank you. I'll give you my experience, and I'm sure the residents of James City are quite aware of that. I got a new neighbor next door. The guy has a loud-ass motorcycle, and he was really getting his fits. Anyhow, he beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sent her to the hospital, and he's in jail. Then again, the other day, you had an incident here where somebody followed the owner of the James City Cafe and whipped on him pretty good, stuck him with a knife and shot him.
Yep.
Same related thing. My wife said whenever the cops showed up out there at that house, there was 5 police cars and 1 truck.
Yeah. They were out here going, some of the state police were out here going door to door.
They never caught him, did they?
Hmm?
They haven't found him yet, have they?
They got him.
Oh,
They-
they did?
Oh yeah, he was asleep in the house.
No. No,
The
not
guy
Sean.
from,
I'm talking about
That
Kansas
happened
City.
to the bar room
They
guy.
have an idea
the one that
who,
happened to Travis.
they have an idea who it is.
But he's still on the run, isn't he?
I heard that they got him. I don't know. I might be wrong. They even identified the truck he was driving and everything.
Yeah. But he won't tell the state cops that. All he wants to do is be left alone. He wants to forget about it.
That's the owner of the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to done with it. He's not meant. He told other people the names of the night that it happened, and they're the ones that called the cops. He didn't.
I know it made the news quite a bit.
Yeah.
Channel 6 made a big spiel out of it. Okay. So much, at least we make the news. People know where we live. All right. I went and got a property map for Mr. McCain over there to look and see about that piece of property we own out in Highland. We're considering maybe clearing it and using that to park equipment whenever we're out in that area. We'll discuss that and see where it's at, make sure we're on the right. And we'll have more information for you at the next meeting on the election. But it's the election, it's a 4-year term. They'll finish up Mike's term. Okay? Old business, I think we covered that all pretty well. Anybody have any new business? Matt, do you have anything?
We pretty much covered everything.
I think we've covered everything. As soon as we find something about all this other stuff, we'll let you know. I've got the solicitor working on a couple things, and but if he comes back on it, then we'll report it. Okay?
Jim,
Go ahead.
has there been any more discussion about, township webpage?
No, we're trying. I'll stand up. Let me say this, Jim. Carrie's still getting her feet wet.
That's fine.
Yeah, she's getting it, and she's doing a good job. I'm pleased with it, and we're happy. But it's a lot of new stuff for her, and she's getting it. And you can see, but she's got me covered with information here that I didn't read. But yes,
I'm not harassing you about it.
I know.
I'm just
It's
trying to keep in the forefront.
I did not forget about it. and
I
neither did
do
she.
still have it written down on my desk. As soon as I get a chance, I will get to it.
But I'll
for
tell you
ya.
one thing.
Progress?
See
I'll
what
tell
I
you
can
one
do.
thing, Jim. You'll be asked to help.
As long as I'm asked.
You'll be asked to help. Because as far as me, I know how to turn a computer on and off.
Is the fire department ever gonna get a key to the building again? Because after that night, from that, I played hell coming up here and trying to get fuel in the truck. It took me 2 weeks to finally get a hold of Tom to do it. And I got a hold of Glenn, and when he was in there, and he said, yeah, just call him on his cell. But the last time I did that, I got my ass reamed out.
Here's what we're going to do.
Because every time I come up here to get fuel in the truck, it's locked.
Question, Billy, because we have to have the switch on in there for you to pump fuel.
Right.
I didn't even get a chance to go look at the tank over there. Now, how did they change that around? Now, is it just a cord and plug out there?
It used to be, until Glenn found out, and I'm not kidding you, until he found out how I was doing it, is we got our truck set up. I was coming, if I needed fuel in the truck, I'd come up here, plug it in, and get fuel. I come up here the next time I do it, and it was all completely changed, 100%. It was changed back to the switch.
Well, we could put, it's something for a discussion. You know where I'm coming with.
As long as
Make it
we're
simple.
able to
Billy.
get fuel at night when we actually need it.
Let me go on record as saying we'll get this thing straightened out. We'll accommodate you so you don't have to fight with the goddamn fuel. I mean, it's our job as a township supervisor. The township provides the services to the people.
Yeah, because I come up here the
Yeah.
day after, and the whole building was locked. I knew Christy had her hours. The whole building was locked, so I couldn't get fuel. I come back a couple hours later, and it was still all locked up. By that time, I had to go to work. And then I worked the next 3 days, and
Well, the key system will be changed. The locks will be changed. And we have not decided how many locks, how many keys, and who gets what. I have to get with Lowell Watts on it. He's aware of what's going on.
whether we get a key or not, we just gotta come up with something where if the fire department needs
We'll
fuel,
work up some-
we can come up here and get it when we need it, instead of trying to wait
Work up
somebody up out of bed.
some kind of system. The only thing I'm going to say to you, and this is kind of crazy, you might think, I want the truck number and the mileage when you
Right,
get
we already
fuel.
do that. I give
That's-
that to
that's-
Tom.
We got to
Yes.
keep track of it. You got to keep track
Yeah.
of it. Truck number and
Tom
fuel.
already does that when I come up here to
Okay.
get fuel.
So we
I
got a
already let
record of
Tom knows.
Yeah.
That
He
pump
takes
has
care
the
of it.
gallons on it? I didn't
Yes.
get, like I said, I haven't got a
It's got
chance
the
to look.
gallons.
Yeah, it has the gallons on it, and it's still on the same switch, everything on it.
The locks will be changed. There will be more than one key. That's as far as I'm going to say right now. We're
Okay.
still in
That's
discussion
fine,
about
as
what
we
to
can-
do.
As long as we come up with something,
Okay.
because that really irritated me that day when I tried for 2 weeks to get fuel, and every time I come up here, the township building was completely locked up.
We'll make sure that you're accommodated.
Yeah, with Carrie living 7 or 8 miles from here, I mean, it's ludicrous for her to run in here every time this door needs opened up. So,
Right. And just like I'll bring it up, Matt, you're new in the township. I've told the other supervisors before this, if we have something major, like the Highland Hotel, when that caught on fire, you realize the township is reliable for the fuel if any of the trucks need it. Doesn't matter whose truck it is, the township that fire in is reliable for the fuel. So that's why I asked that day, besides the equipment, if I need to get a hold of, because we have special things with Kane Liquid
Cane
Fuels.
liquid fuels, if they emergency got to bring you out or get,
Right, if they have to bring fuel out to any of the vehicles, all we have to do, we got a number, we just call them to people right there.
Boy, thank God we got them people around there, you know.
Yeah.
They're super fine to deal with. I've dealt with
Yeah,
them for
Kane
years.
Liquid Fuels is excellent because we've used them, well, we haven't, but the other departments have used it. Kane, especially Kane, they used it a lot when affiliated and all that.
We'll try and modernize the system.
Okay. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Any other new business? I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second the motion.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.
Thanks, Billy.
And if you got any complaints, just let us know.